Hello there and welcome to this episode of Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill. I'm Alan Waddell and joined as always by the head coach of your Southeastern Lions, Coach Matt Reiser. And as you can see, we're in a little bit different room this week as there's some exciting things going here at Buddy's. You're going to want to come by and check this out, a new renovation of the bar area. These guys just continue to make this restaurant one of the best places to eat, one of the best atmospheres here on the North Shore. But let's welcome to the show the head baseball coach of your Lions, Coach Matt Reiser. And Matt, an interesting week for your club. You battled the weather on the weekend. You played a long doubleheader on Saturday. No midweek game, but you come out 3-0 with the sweep against Houston Baptist. Yeah,
a big week for us. To keep this thing. You got three teams right at the top of the league. We'll talk about later on, but those guys aren't letting up. Also, we got the target on our back, and Houston Baptist coming in was a regional club last year. They won the tournament, went to regionals, and unfortunately, we beat them 4 times last year, but they were the one representing our conference, and we weren't. So I think we had a little something to take out on them, and the guys did a good job of doing it.
Matt, we're going to see the highlights here later on in the program, but Saturday was certainly an interesting day. Because of the weather, you moved it up. It was going to be a doubleheader. You have the long rain delay. You actually play an inning. That's hard on your club. You don't finish playing the doubleheader till well past 12 o'clock here in Hammond.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter the elements. It doesn't matter the location. It doesn't matter the time. Just say when and where, and we'll strap it on and go play the game of baseball and control the controllables. And our guys did a fantastic job of that on Saturday. Both elements were the same for both clubs. Both clubs had the long delay. Both starters had the long delay. And I thought our guys handled it extremely, extremely well, obviously, by the sweep. All
right, let's go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the highlights right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up.
Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck, and with over 25 million sold in the past 39 years, no wonder it's the #1 choice in the hardest-working industries out there. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash back on F-150.
Truck, yeah!
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. The Lions would host the Houston Baptist Huskies at the Pat. Here's the Friday night highlights. All right, Matt, here you go at home against Houston Baptist after your long rest. No midweek games this week. Kyle Sedetall on the mound, and this would certainly be a Friday night matchup because both pitchers were very good.
Yeah, coming in, Sid had the better numbers compared to their guy. Their better numbers guy was going to go on Saturday, so we knew what we had our hands full here with the left-hander, and really thought he pitched well and thought we had a bad approach with it. You see there, we tried to pull the ball down and away. Really didn't square up a lot of balls this night, unfortunately, and took a little time to get the offense going. But the good thing is, Sid obviously did a good job of keeping us in the ball game. Didn't think he was as sharp as he has been. Struggled a little bit, but at the end of the day, I think he did a good job of just keeping us in the ball game. See a hard hit ball there by Carson Kreitz. Early in the game against the left-hander, I thought we hit some balls well. Just couldn't get anything to show for it, and then allow that left-hander to settle in. And Sid, unfortunately, here couldn't field the comebacker. I thought he did not a very good job fielding his position to get a couple small hits like that, but we do a good job here getting a couple of these outs and keep us in the ball game at 0-0.
Matt, this was the first time this year your club didn't have a midweek game. I don't want to say you were rusty, but did you kind of feel that way coming out the gates?
It just really felt like the focus wasn't there. Again, you see our left-hander here with 2 strikes trying to pull the baseball. We do bloop one in for a hit and get first and third and put a little bit of pressure on them. But you know, I thought we just had a really bad approach. He did a good job making some good pitches. But here again, you know, this is a mistake he made. Derek Mount hits this ball extremely well to left field. Very nice play there by the left fielder. And kind of after this end, this would be kind of the only offense we had for a while. And then obviously allowed their offense to go to work. We talked about it before the weekend started. We had to take the outs and they gave them to us. They get the guy on, lead off the inning. They put the routine button down, get a hit off of it because we can't fill a position. We have miscommunication here at third base. Another infield single, but again, we talked about this was a big moment. They got nobody out, bases loaded. Usually you're going to score 2 or 3 runs in that situation. Sid does a fantastic job. He gets a punch out. He gets the sac fly here and really eliminates a huge inning to keep it at 1-0.
Big play here is the back pick behind. Great throw there by Chris Eads. Nice job by Fisher bouncing in there. And that was huge, Matt, because as we'll see as this game goes on, every run was very important.
Exactly right, and you could tell. You know, also we talked about it being base load, nobody out, they only get 1 run, making some of those defensive plays. I tell you, that's one thing we did do on that Friday night. We made some nice defensive plays and to at least keep us in the ball game there. And then obviously Sid settled in a little bit here. You see he gets the punch out there, look on the fastball down the way. Comes right back again with another fastball. Just missed on the outside corner, so they do get the walk here. And unfortunately, get a base run here in the ball game.
That's not a replay. That's another back pick twice in the game.
Again, it goes back to what we talked about with that defense. Defense did a good job of making some big plays when we needed it to work out some jams. And again, their lefty, you see, he settled in, did a good job of filling his position there, covering first base. We tried to pull another pitch down the way, unfortunately, and really just, you know, I thought the energy wasn't very good early for us. I thought they did a good job coming out, you know, trying to punch in the mouth. Again, here's another situation, make a nice defensive play to get out of the inning with some more base runners on. And this is, we get a leadoff guy on here finally, but again, some soft contact. Just you can see repeatedly here, soft contact, and he gets out the end and allows them to go to work to get some more runs scored.
As you can see there, they're up 2-0 here as we're in the top of the 6th inning. And finally get something going here with a leadoff walk here by Ryan Byers.
Yeah, I really thought that top of 6 was huge for us. It was the first time we'd gone 3 up, 3 down after that pop-up bunt. We get the leadoff guy on a walk. You know, again, here we're not hitting the ball hard, but it happens just to find a hole. And with the walk and the ball finding the hole in HBP, all of a sudden you look up, you got bases loaded with 1 out. You know, this is, again, another situation. I don't think we were very good. Even on the runs we scored on Saturday, we had some guys there at third base, less than 2 outs. We didn't do a good job of driving them in, but we talk about it. You know, sometimes it's getting a big 2-out knock, and Sam does a great job coming off the bench with a big 2-out RBI single to right field to tie this ball game up at 2 apiece.
Let's give you some credit there as you pinch hit him there as he comes in and gets the big hit. And Matt, here's another kind of danger zone for your club. You tied at 2. They have bases loaded here with 1 out. And one of the major turning points of the game was this play right here.
Again, we talked about the defense. You know, Seth wasn't as sharp as we wanted to be. You saw he missed there and walked a guy and loaded the bases up. But with 1 out, he makes a huge pitch and obviously gets us out of it. And that was to be his last pitch of the night. We go to Gabe Von Rosenberg, and I tell you what, Grenier was hurt or sick on the night, couldn't come in. We had to go to Gabe out of the bullpen, and that senior stepped up big time for us to be able to close this ball game out and keep it right there at 2-2.
Well, this is what Fisher does well. Teams are scared to pitch to him because of what he can do offensively. As he gets the walk here and then gets all the way around to third base, and a little infield single by Drew Avens gives you the first lead of the ball game here in the bottom of the 8th, 3-2. So a nice job by Drew Avens there, getting down the line, and Fisher taking that leadoff walk and coming around to score. And you leave Gabe Von Rosenberg in there, and he does a great job for you finishing this one out.
Yeah, he really did. We talked about it, had to throw strikes. You know, they get the blooper in there. Thought this was a big pitch and a big play in the game. He's got a 2-0 count with the leadoff guy on, run at first with 1 out. They hit a ball well to center field, but we get the fly out, and then you see Gabe does a fantastic job here fielding his position. He lets that ball get to the middle of the time, runs to second base. He fields his position well, and the Lions win with Gabe Von Rosenberg on the ball.
Lions win this one 3-2, move to 29-13 overall. You can see Southeastern was actually out hitting this ball game, but got the runs when they needed to rally from down 2-0 to win it 3-2. Gabe Von Rosenberg, he's our player of the game, came in relief of Kyle Sedetol, got the win, and then also closed it out there in the ninth. So congratulations to that young man. Matt, big win for your club. This is a game that you trailed a majority of the game. You're down 2-0 there late, tie it 2-2, and then get the victory late in the ball game.
Yeah, just fantastic job by our club of just kind of grinding one out there. Didn't play our best baseball Friday night, maybe a little rust from having the week off. Maybe the mindset wasn't right because we didn't face our ace on Friday night, and I don't know what it was, but the guys did a good job of finding a way to win. And I think at the end of the day, you're not playing your best baseball. You want to be able to win and be able to learn as you go while you're winning, and I think we did that on Friday night.
No doubt. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the highlights from Saturday, which was a marathon of a day here in Hammond. Right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Baseball is supported by Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction, located in SLU's hometown, Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auction.
For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. The Lions and the Huskies were scheduled to play a doubleheader on Saturday, and let's check out the Game 1 highlights. Matt, I know that you had to like this. This is one of the best turnouts you've had for baseball reunion. A lot of the players, former players, came back out and were a part of this ceremony.
Really awesome day. Special moment here. You see Kurt Bullinger and Jeff Williams throwing out the first pitch together.
2 pretty good players right there.
Yeah, had all of our former big leaguers and almost all of our former Hall of Famers or Hall of Famers there today, and just a quality brand of baseball there to see those old timers come out. And also you see Max Scholar. Can't say enough about this young man, what he's done the last 2 months for us. Has been our best guy. There's no question on the bump. He's been able to go and attack hitters and really been able to swing Saturdays for us, whether it's to win a series or whether it's to get back in a series. Has been a big force for us there on Saturday for us.
Here's
nice
a scoring
play.
Opportunity, and this hitting on the nose. And Matt, this was really a weird day. As you would go into a rain delay here in just a few moments, you'd have a very long 5-hour-plus rain delay, and you were already tabbed to play a doubleheader on this day. So this certainly would be a long, long day for your club.
It really was a long day, but we talked about with the guys. You see the center fielder there. You see the wet conditions. He unfortunately took the wrong route to the ball, and it ended up biting him there.
This is after the rain delay.
Yeah, this is 6 hours later after 2 inches of rain. And this is one of the moments we talked about. We had some bad at-bats for guys in scoring position, less than 2 outs, and hit the little routine ground ball there, but Mac does a fantastic job of allowing our offense to obviously kind of work through their moves a little bit. As you'll see later in the ball game, we'll really open this thing up. But this was their guy. This was their horse, the guy with the best numbers. There was their ace. And we did a good job of taking a free pass, and we got him. See, Stewart leads it off with a walk. We get the HBP here with Schwarner, and it allows our offense to go to work here in a big moment. Brennan Bro takes his walk. Now we got bases loaded, nobody out, all on free passes. So, good job of these guys being unselfish in this moment. And anytime you load the bags up and you got this young man coming up, you feel pretty good about it. Finally had a good at bat. Unfortunately, mid-jet popped out with nobody out. Kind of looked like one of those maybe bad innings for us offensively, but Fisher comes up, picks him up with a big grand slam there to right center field.
10th home run of the season, as this would be the start of a monster evening for Jamison Fisher offensively, as he hit the grand slam there for your club as a big fly to give you some breathing room there to jump out 4-0. You could see the wet conditions. Great job by your club getting the team ready. I want to ask you this, Matt. Was there ever any concern bringing Mac back on the mound after the rain delay?
There wasn't, not really, especially after only 1 inning of work. If we were 4 or 5 innings in, there was some serious concern. Probably wouldn't have done it, would have gone straight to the bullpen. But only 1 inning of work, figured it was almost like kind of a bullpen to get loose, and never really started the game. He only threw, I think, 11 pitches in the first inning, so he was good. He was able to go get his mindset right. And honestly, I think we made the right decision as he ends up throwing a one-hitter in this thing, as you'll see. But really, again, I think this is where I was proud of our club offensively. Daniel Midyet hasn't done that in a while.
Lion fans really like to see that.
Yeah, looks like the old Daniel Midyet there.
He's been such a good hitter for such a long time. Nice to see him there get into one.
Yeah.
As you just know, it's a matter of time before he really gets it going.
It really is. We know when we get that man going and Jacob Seward going, those two guys have had some tough years this year, but both of them are quality hitters, and both of them will be big hitters for us by the end of the year, and they're starting to get going. And honestly, that's all Mac would need. He was as good as they were advertised in this one. Had the breaking ball going. Also, you can see the fastball here just blowing it by their guys with velocity. Really only threw a 3-pitch mix on this day. Just the curveball and the slider. Really didn't use the changeup very much. And Jameson Fisher adding to that monster day. Big 2-out knock here up the middle. Is going to make this 6-0.
That's his 5th RBI of the ball game, and he would not be done. So you can see we're up 6-0, a bottom of 7 here, and the Lions would certainly add on a lot more as your team just continue to add on. Here's another 3 RBI triple. That would get his RBI total to 8 for the day. And it seems like every time he came up, he had runners in scoring position. He drove them in. But not just Jameson on this night. A lot of guys had big nights offensively.
Yeah, really did, and really did a good job extending the lead. You know, when you're playing a doubleheader, as you can see, it's starting to get late here. We're probably sitting at about 9:30 by now here in the bottom of the 8th. And we still got a whole other game to play after this.
I think Carson knew he got that one.
Yeah, a big time fly there by Carson Kreitz. What I was proud of the club, we let them know that this is going to be a long night for them. We didn't allow them to get any energy back into their club, no momentum whatsoever. We finished it out the right way. We could easily just kind of cruise into Game 2, obviously comfortably with a win here at 13-1 now. But the guys just kept adding to it and extending that lead, and we ended up making this thing, by the time it's all said and done, I think we ended up scoring 18 runs. You see Ryan Byers going to split a gap here as well off the wall and get another big 2-run triple here, score a couple more runs.
I think that's 10. I think he scored 10 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. A tremendous night offensively for your club. Just kept adding on. Another ball crushed here by Taylor Schwarner. We're really wearing out that right center field gap. Yeah,
really did a good job. You know, the club hasn't, we haven't had a whole lot of offensive extra base hits here as in the month of April, and really whooped out the whooping sticks here in Game 1.
So you can see there, Lions really pound HBU 18-2, 17 hits. But look up there, only 1 hit for the Huskies. Max Cirola was outstanding, picking up the victory, only giving up that 1 hit. And then Jameson Fisher with 8 RBIs. We'll give those guys co-players of the game. Matt, after that rain delay, offensively, really got it going. Scored 10 runs in that 1 inning. Just an outstanding job by your club offensively. But then Max Cirola only gives up 1 hit as well. So really a complete win.
Yeah, it really was. Really proud of the way the guys responded. Like we said, it's a 6-hour rain delay. It's never easy. We got fortunate with Mother Nature that she didn't bring out the sunshine and allow us to play. And like you said, it was a long day. But our guys did a fantastic job of just showing up and taking care of business when time was called upon. Obviously, Max Cirola to bounce back like he did and do what he did there in the ball game was huge, especially for the doubleheader. You know, we had Cade on the shelf with the viral infection he had throwing up on Friday night, so he was on the shelf for Saturday. So anytime you go on a doubleheader without your closer, also we used Von Rosenberg as one of our main guys of the bullpen on Friday night. You don't feel very comfortable about it if you got to go to the bullpen early, and Mac did a fantastic job of going a long distance for us to allow us to save the bullpen for the nightcap. 30
minutes later, the Lions and Huskies would play again, and this was a game that went into the early morning here in Hammond. Let's check out those highlights. All right, here's the second game of the doubleheader, and get it started out right, as this is an absolute bomb by Drew Avens, as he just kind of kept it rolling from that first game here on Saturday.
We really did. You can see that swing makes it 6-0 here. We played extremely fast early. We were running bases like madmen. Got some big 2-out knocks. We extended the lead to 5-0 through the first 2. Did a great job of the first and third situation, get an extra run on the board in the second inning, and just like you said, we just kept the pressure on.
Back-to-back jacks here.
Yeah, the Drew Avens drives a fastball out the ballpark. Wet Bobo comes up on a breaking ball, hanging breaking ball, hits out of the ballpark. You know, really had Houston Baptist had no answers for the offense, and this is where I was proud of the guys. Again, we talked about they never allowed any momentum to swing back their way. They're going to score 3 runs here in 1 inning coming up, but that was really the only momentum they got. Again, we got a lead now at 7-0. That was just phenomenal, to be able to extend that lead like we did and be able to go to Josh Green. Dominic Carlini did a great job working on his jam. We go straight to Josh Green here in the 7th to make it 12-3, and this was just a matter of finishing the night off. It's about 12:30 by now. Both clubs are obviously wore out from a long day of baseball, but more than happy after the long day of baseball with a doubleheader sweep and 2 10-run rules.
Lions cap off the sweep, 13-3 over HBU. All right, Matt, this game ended in the wee hours of the morning, but you take care of business, a 10-run rule against Houston Baptist, 13-3, and cap off a sweep and a long day of baseball.
Yeah, again, the guys just picked up right where they left off from game 1, and that's what we talked about a little bit there in the highlights. Just did a good job keeping the momentum on their side. Never gave them any chance, never gave them any excitement and momentum on their side of things, and obviously it carried over the nightcap and finished things off there. And like you said, a long, long day of baseball. I thought the church bells would start ringing every Sunday morning.
All right, let's throw up those Southland Conference standings. And, Matt, this is maybe as competitive of a race as we've seen in the last few years, as Lamar, Sam Houston State, they're right there on your tail, but you're leading the conference with an 18-3 record.
Yeah, really kind of a different league this year. In years past, maybe there's been 4 or 5 guys kind of within 2 or 3 games of it. This year, it's us, Sam and Lamar, and we're all running away with the conference. You got the middle of the pack, and then you got the bottom of the pack. It's really a lopsided conference here. The top end, we got 6 teams in the top 100 RPI-wise, which is probably the most teams we've had in the top 100 in a very long time, if not ever, in this conference. And then obviously at the bottom end of things, things aren't very bright there. So, it's very, very competitive there at the top end. We're taking care of business on our end, sweeping opponents. Obviously, Sam Houston's done the same thing, and Lamar's been doing the same thing to keep themselves right there on our tail. So it's going to be a fun 3 weeks to finish out this regular season, see if we can get this regular season crown.
All right, let's take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of our show right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up. Yeah.
Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck, and with over 25 million sold in the past 39 years, no wonder it's the #1 choice in the hardest-working industries out there. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash back on F-150.
Truck, yeah!
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. It's now time for our Lion Profile of the Week, and this week we're going to take a look at the Lion Strength and Conditioning Program with Coach Brandon Howard.
Baseball season consists of at least 56 games, and there's many more team practices, batting practice sessions, and on top of that, players have classes, tests, and travel. You wouldn't think the guys had time to do anything else. Well, they do. They also lift weights under the direction of Southeastern Strength and Conditioning coach Brandon Howard.
The terms of the in-season lifting when it comes to baseball, it's always going to be dictated on playing schedule. We have it arranged where we have 3 days a week where they can come in and train. Obviously, if we have a Tuesday, Wednesday game, we're going to get 2 training sessions a week. Our primary schedule in season is Monday is going to be our heaviest day. That's their off day from the field, and then they're going to come in here, and that's when we're going to squat them. We're going to hammer their legs. We're going to kind of continue to build strength.
Coach Howard sees the guys as many as 3 times a week, depending on the game schedule. And while baseball players work out a little different than football players do, Coach Howard says the concept and end results are the same.
We still kind of function under the attitude that they're still athletes. So some of the core movements that we're going to do are going to translate, across multiple sports. So, in terms of these guys, we're still doing the Olympic movements. We're still squatting, bench pressing. We do a little bit of that with our position players, but not a whole lot. We do some of it in the fall. We kind of, steer away from it, during the in-season time. So the core lifts that you're going to do are going to be pretty similar.
The main difference in baseball workouts being there's 14 to 15 players and pitchers. Pitchers have to do things differently than position players, especially when you take into account the bicep and tricep muscles of the arm.
We are focusing on a lot of the muscles of the upper back, posterior shoulder, to really alleviate the stress of the throwing motion. The throwing motion in an athlete, like a baseball player, pitcher, any type of overhead throwing athlete, you're using those muscles on the posterior side of the body to decelerate the arm, especially after the release of the implement, or in this case, the baseball. So we really try to focus on getting those areas as strong as possible.
Howard's wrapping up his 4th season as Southeastern's Director of Sports Performance, and Coach Howard has played a major role in the baseball team's success both in season and during the off-season program.
All right, Matt, let's talk about this the weight program at Southeastern. Obviously, your club bigger and stronger than probably ever been. I mean, 39 home runs right now on the year. Really got it done in the weight room in the offseason. Not saying that you didn't do it every other year, but right now this club is really taking to it.
Yeah, Coach Howard's done a fantastic job with our guys. I mean, obviously you can see the run production, the strength in the lineup, the athleticism in the lineup. Yeah, we're hitting home runs, but we're also stealing a lot of bags. You see the athleticism just all over the field. Our pitchers' endurance, how deep they're going in the ball games, how our bullpen's bouncing back day to day. Coach Howard is one of the best in the business, and he's had a lot of people come and try to knock at their door and try to steal them away from us, but our administration's done a fantastic job of keeping him around, making sure he's happy, and obviously our guys work their behind off for him. There's a mutual respect for him there, and he's a big part of the reason why our program is where it is.
No doubt about it. All right, Matt, let's talk about the series this coming up weekend. This is a big one. You go on the road. You're going to take on the Lamar Cardinals. This has been a rivalry for some time now with your club and also Lamar. They're 2 games behind you. They're higher than us right now in the RPI. This is a lot on the line this weekend going over there playing in Beaumont.
Yeah, it's a good club. They've got a lot of quality wins. They've beaten LSU. They've beaten Arizona. The midweek schedule for them is never easy. They're always taking on quality opponents, but it's going to be a grind. Their Friday, Saturday guys, pitchers are 2 of the best in the conference. Their offense is one of the best in the conference, right behind us in runs scored, I believe. They're leading the conference in home runs, so it's going to be a fun weekend of baseball. And I think this is going to be a big implication of who's going to end up being the conference champion at the end of the year. Unfortunately, we don't play Sam. Yep. We miss him because of the way the schedule's set up, but with Lamar and where they're at behind us in the rankings, this is going to have a lot of implementation on that final standing.
It's going to be a good one. Make sure you tune in with the Voice of the Lions, Damon Sunday. If you can't make that trip over there to Beaumont, if you can, we'd love to see you in the stands, a lot of green and gold over there in a big Southland Conference series this weekend. And that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. For Matt Reiser, I'm Alan Waddell. We'll see you next week.